Do people genuinely follow the half your age plus 7 feet rule? I, 45M, had a Ghostbusters rule, meaning, when I was single, I wouldn't seriously date anyone born after the original Ghostbuster came out because I found that we just didn't have enough to relate to. Doesn't work for me. I'm 67. That would make her 40. I'm not wealthy enough for that. If they are considered minor, it's probably grooming. However, an 18-year-old can totally be groomed and controlled by a 30-year-old. When over 18, I think it really depends on the dynamic and communication within the relationship. I'd say try to avoid dating your kids' friends or people their age. But that's because my dad briefly wanted to date my friends when I was in my 20s and it really creeped me out. Other than that, keep it legal and respectful. No lol, 20 and 17 is not grooming. Just date those that you feel a connection with and don't question it. No need to follow 2-year apart or same music era plus 5.12 rules. Just remember to stay above age of consent. About 7 years ago I had this very same debate with a guy the first was riding in a car with. He was trying to hit on me and my defense was that I was too young and it violated the rule. We stopped for a traffic jam. Just as the guy was telling me that he thought the rule was stupid, the car was hit by a 50-ton tanker truck going 70 miles per hour. I'm convinced the universe was asserting its stance on the argument, though I never figured out whose side it was on. When I was 32 I dated a 20-year-old. According to the half plus 7 rule, she was too young. And she was a very special person who I still think of very fondly. But she needed to grow and experience life. I was into my career and ready to start a family. A couple years later I met my wife who is 5 years younger than I. Been married 20 plus. So it's valid. The rule is over 100 years old now. I thought it was invented by XCKD. But apparently it goes back way beyond that. Given how much social norms have changed, I'm surprised that it's still as relevant as it is. I have a frontal cortex development rule. Age 25 plus. I think it's an oakish rule to follow I guess, but letting someone go because of it could be a shame. I think what's most important is the stage of life that each of you are in and/or the level of maturity you're each at. If one person is still considering starting or adding to the family and the other is looking forward to being an empty nester and then eventually a grandparent, then that situation may not work. So what I'm getting from this thread is that a lot of people have no clue what grooming actually means. This particular age wouldn't be considered grooming, but this age would be. No, that's not how this works. Grooming is not whenever there's an icky or illegal age gap. The age usually is a factor in cases of grooming. But if, say, a 16-year-old snuck into a club and went home with a 25-year-old stranger, it would be gross and potentially illegal, but there wouldn't be any grooming involved. Grooming is a specific set of behaviors. It's a word that means something specific and we need to remember that. It's just a rough metric. Age doesn't really mean anything, but if you're looking to build a life together, people of different ages generally are doing different things with their life and, generally, that doesn't stop age gap people from having fun together in a short term. Normalize romantic relationships that aren't just about finding the one for the rest of your life. And embrace that we can have fun right now, while we're both on this same path, no matter when it diverges in the future. But I'm high, so maybe I dunno. I've never seen anyone stick to that rule IRL. People date who they want, and have causal relations with who they want. Two adults can do whatever two adults want to. I date any consenting adult that I want. Fuck no. I'm 25. And I wouldn't date a 19.5-year-old. It feels creepy to date someone that young at my age. I'm more of a +2 or -2 person. Much older or younger and I have no connection. There will always be 1,000 exceptions to a rule. The thing is that it's there to make our lives easier. It's alright to ignore it. Just recognize why it's there and see how the age gap affects your relationship with the person. 27F with 38M. Been together 3 years. We have literally never noticed the gap in any reasonable way. Except when he drops some old-ass movie trivia on me. Just be with someone who loves and supports you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.